one place you cannot ask for advice is social media. Go to Twitter, uone mtu amekuja genuinely, he has a psychological problem. See the kinds of comments. Kidogo mtu hata anamwambia enda usikie vibaya na huko.
Okay, so about this, music, you started with gospel. But now, like Maria and some other music, no, they're not gospel. How did you manage to transition from gospel to the other side?
Okay, I haven't changed. I think that most people think I have changed from gospel to secular. I have one reason why I should praise my God.
Okay.
Because of this life, because of everything He has done to me.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I haven't left gospel.
Okay.
But because of the transition on how I've done my music, people think I have left.
So will you go back?
Soon
Can
I'll
you
surprise
go back to gospel?
Soon I'll surprise you with a gospel song.
What if the secular ones just have the greatest hit, they're watched by so many people? Can you still go back to gospel?
The reality of art is I don't know sometimes why in Africa, let me put it specifically in Kenya, we always try to put artists, we try to put them in groups according to depending on what they are singing.
Yeah,
because according to my understanding, most international artists do both.
Yeah.
They do gospel and they do secular. So they are artists. They are not gospel, they are not secular.
Yeah.
And I want to be that kind of artist where if today I wake up, I go to studio, I do a gospel song, it does an impact out there.
Yeah.
If also I go to studio and I do a secular song, it has an impact out there. And if you realize most of all my secular songs, there's no dirty song there.
Yeah.
It's all about love.
Yeah.
They say God created love.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day,
problem is when someone transitions from gospel to secular, they tend to do extraordinary, not necessary things. Like people, they make us as audience feel like where's the song umepotea because of the kind of how vixens dress on their songs. Yani it becomes so dirty. I think that is where most artists they really go wrong on that.
Okay, maybe I can ask you a question. For example, the song of Maria. Have you seen any dirty?
No, Maria is not dirty. I've seen it so many times. I'm trying to talk about these artists who I don't want to mention, but I know you know them.
I get you.
They tend to get from gospel, like entirely gospel thing, and then they are out there and they are making secular songs which are so dirty. I don't want people to come at me, but that is what happens in Kenya. That is why people really get to group them into gospel and secular people because of such kind of things.
Okay, maybe what I can say, people tend to, this is how society has it. Okay, let me say this is how most artists have it. Ingawa I'm not talking to them, I'm not their spokesman. Okay, let me say about society. Society embraces nudity. Embraces some kind of characters that some extraordinary kind of characters. For example, nudity. If a lady, for example, takes videos or photos while she's naked,
it will have a lot of likes,
she'll have a lot of followers,
a
lot of views, a lot of good comments and kind of stuff. So at the end of the day, even the kind of generation we are raising, and you find this generation is looking up to them. So you see, at the end of the day, they will do things they are seeing others do. Because they see kwamba society is embracing that kind of behavior.
Exactly. So do you think the society encourages people to do such things?
I can't put a blame on society because our parents had a society. We have and now we have a society. The difference is generations. I don't think the problem is society. The problem is the kind of things we feed ourselves with. So that at the end of the day, these are the things we want to also give to the next other generation. Because even me as an artist, I'm worried about the next generation after us. because of these things we always see them do. These are the people who can even drink where their parents look at them. The people who can even smoke when their parents are looking.
Some
because
people even drink with their parents. Not even
yeah, because I think even their parents have failed. Most parents of that generation have failed because they are too busy to an extent that they cannot even take care of their kids or even give their kids a good kind of way on how to live their lives. Yeah. So at the end of the day, wanaharibika. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go a little bit back to music. Yeah. So specifically to Kenyan music, we've had Eric Omondi over the past few months going about saying people should play 75% Kenyan music. So tell us something about it. What is your take on that? Do you think that is something that should be embraced, or do you think artists need to do more, like how Eric Omondi says?
Wait, who is Eric Omondi?
Eric Omondi is a comedian.
I don't know him.
You don't know him? Yes. No, you know him. You've seen him in the streets of Instagram. And you know most artists don't like Eric Omondi because at some point, kuna huwa akaupeli huwa na try to prove. Let me tell us something about it.
All right. Okay, let me talk about maybe the issue about supporting Kenyan artists. Because let me leave Eric Omondi out of it because he has his own kind of way to chase clout, and maybe he's trying to chase clout with our name.
Hey.
So at the end of the day, let me talk about playing Kenyan music. I think we have a problem because artists who are there never made a good playground for the new artists. So that at the end of the day, you see, an artist comes from another country and dominates our own country. Yeah. And it's not supposed to be that. And I think also our leaders, they are supposed to sit down, make laws, make sure that even in all TVs, radio stations, in all media, Kenyan music is played even to 90%.
90%.
They say when you go to Nigeria, they play like 95% their music. 5% is external music. Yeah. The same way in Tanzanians, the same way in Ugandans. Yeah. Why don't we do this?
What do you think is causing that? What do you think the problem is that is making our media houses not play Kenyan music up to at least 75%?
I think Kenyans hatupendani. Kenyans ni maheta.
Hey.
Where try post a picture and see the kinds of comments you can find
from Kenyans.
Hey. Kwanza if you decide and post na murembo hivi.
Kenya atakuchamba hadi ushtuke.
Ama suddenly ukwe na kaishu. Imagine one place you cannot ask for advice is social media. Go to Twitter uone mtu amekuja genuinely, he has a psychological problem. See the kinds of comments. Kidogo mtu hata anamwambia enda usikie vibaya na huko. So
imagine this is someone who's going through depression and then unamwambia enda usikie vibaya na huko.
Let me say in Italy, our Kenya, we don't like even our own kind of stuff. Yeah, we don't like our stuff.
So we should not blame the artists, but
artists have good. Kuna wasanii hata hujaisikia the kind of content they give out here is amazing. But now people like promoters, producers, there are people who are not pushing Kenyan music. Yeah. I don't know if it's all about money, but possibly I think, I don't know, hatupendi vitu zetu.
Hatupendani.
Yeah, we are supposed to embrace. Kwa mfano, I can do a song and I'd ask another artist and a post. Okay, like hata sifai kumuuliza eti anipostie. He's supposed to do that willingly.
Because
but you can't find them do that.
But you know, so many people like these artists, someone will not just put your content out there unless you give them money, unless maybe you're trying to be a little bit nice to them.
Now you know that's not.
Or something.
You see, now that's not brotherhood.
Yeah,
that's not brotherhood.
So do you think maybe like the other countries like Tanzania, do you think that kind of thing happens? Like you want someone to promote your music because he's a fellow Tanzanian or a fellow Ugandan. Do you think they really support each other to that extent?
Truly, if you see the speed at which most artists in Tanzania are coming, kwa mfano J Melody, people like Lodi Music, we have people like Wise, TZ, a friend of mine, a great friend of mine. These people have been supported with those artists who are there. Now let's go to Nigeria.
Yeah.
Nigeria, if you look at how they do their music, for example, let me choose a music label by the name Marvin's, which is headed by Don Jazzy.
Yeah.
Don Jazzy was an artist some time ago.
Yeah.
But lately, he does not do mostly does not do music. Now he's doing management of artists.
Okay.
He has given young artists an opportunity to shine out here through his name.
Yeah.
If you go to, also we have somebody like Techno. There's a time Techno alikuwa na hit in Kenya. He has big hits, but at the end of the day, he is also a good promoter. He has pushed most artists, young artists who have talent. But wetu,
Hakuna kitu.
I can't say anything about it.
They want to shine on their own. They want to be on top.
They want to shine for life. And the reality of music is you can't shine for life.
Why?
Let me tell you. Sometimes music comes with a generation. The kind of music that was being listened to in 2000 to 2005 is not the kind of music we are listening to at the moment. So at the end of the day, when that generation passes, it passes with you.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you supposed to do?
So let me use an example of Major, what Major has done.
Yeah.
The reason why Major has survived all other generations since the time he started singing is because he's trying to embrace change.
Okay.
He used to do genge, but now you see when a new generation comes, he slides in with them. Sai he sings most of gengeton.
Yeah, true.
He fused genge and gengeton, and he is now into gengeton because gengeton ndio imeshika. Ndio hiyo mnasema ndio inabamba sai. Hiyo ndio inabamba. Yeah, that's why. So if you don't embrace change, ni shida.
Ni shida, unakwama hapo.
Utakwama.
Wewe ndio kusema.
Kweli.
But umesifu Tanzania sana. About Diamond and his team. We've seen so many artists from Wasafi. They go to Wasafi, they shine, and then they are out of Wasafi with so many claims of whatever they say, especially the Harmonize case. What do you think might be causing such kind of thing in such a country where there is a lot of support?
Okay, despite all issues possibly Diamond has with his former artists or his present artists, one reality is their godfather.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And when a godfather brings you from nothing, even if he does anything that let me use Kiswahili, itakukwaza, hata afanye chochote kinakukwaza, hautafanya nini, haufai hata kuinua mkono wako, haufai hata kuongea. So okay, see it inatetea Diamond, but he has brought people from far.
Yeah, true.
For example, Harmonize, you know where Harmonize has come from.
Yeah.
If you have looked at the history, you know where Mbosso has come from. Watu kama Lava Lava.
Yeah.
So you see, at the end of the day, Diamond is a self-made star. Because if you can remember Diamond 10 years ago, the kind of singing he used to do, the kind of dressing he used to do. He wasn't. He's not that kind of. Yes, he's not that Diamond we have now. Because only mtu aliamua akasema, let me bring people together, let's do music, let's support each other, and he raised most people. Kama Harmonize, even if now he has the glory, should we say the glory should go to? His godfather. Because he made him who he is. So at the end of the day, yes, they have issues, but still they can sit down and wakatatue shida zao.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so there's something I've always wanted to talk about. So there is this generation of upcoming artists who have very good songs. They have very good creativity in their songs and all that. But because they lack maybe the finances to provide like good quality music, to push their videos out there, they tend to just remain as low as they are. What is your take on that? What do you think should be done so that this kind of artists should just go far and give us very great hits?
You know, the reality about life. Life has, how do they say, life has no balance.
Especially in Kenya.
And that's the truth. Everywhere.
Okay.
Life has no balance.
Mm-hmm.
Because have you read a story about Messi?
Not
Lionel
really.
Messi, the footballer, the
Not
greatest footballer of all time.
I think I should go back to my book.
Oh, go read it.
Yeah.
You realize it comes from one of the most pathetic places
Mm-hmm.
in Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
in rural areas in Brazil.
Yeah.
But now what is he? A star.
A star, yeah.
Let me come to Kenya.
Mm-hmm.
Story about Calligraph. Go
Yeah.
read it.
Yeah.
Pathetic place to glory.
To glory.
Diamond. Pathetic place
To
to
glory.
glory.
Yeah, true.
So at the end of the day, it's all about you to push yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Show the world what you can do, and the world will and the society will embrace it.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you have talent,
Mm-hmm.
go to places where this talent can be seen.
Yeah, yeah, true.
And sometimes when you are an upcoming,
Mm-hmm.
you are not. Don't say you will go and do performance and be paid.
Yeah.
Maybe when I started, I used to go for free performances
Wow.
all over,
So you just
all over
entertain people
Kenya.
for-
You just go, use your money,
Mhm.
entertain people, go home. At least at the end of the day, you know,
Someone
you
has known you.
someone has known you,
Yeah.
someone has heard something from you, and even in 1,000 people, you can have you have made 1 or 2 funds.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes unajua they can tell you bado hujafika.
Jafika.
You remember
What
what you remember what
can I
Harmonize was told when he was in one of the
Yeah.
he
That
was a
is-
contestant.
Was it a bongo? I think
Bongo Star
Star
Search. Yeah.
That
Was told bad
so
hajafika.
sad.
But I think that one gave him energy to go back,
Mhm.
do great things, do a lot of practice, do great things.
Yeah, yeah.
And now he's a star.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But do you think maybe someone who doesn't have a thick skin like him, do you think that is something that can give you strength or demoralize you even?
You know, in
the
this life,
worst way
in this life,
Mhm.
if you are told something and it demoralizes you,
Mhm.
it means you don't have energy. You are not powerful enough to handle situations.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, in this society, kwa mfano, sometimes you can be with your parents,
Mhm.
then they die in that, God forbid, they die in that period when you need them most.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
do?
true.
You won't kill yourself.
You have to pick
You
yourself
embrace
up.
that change. Pick yourself up. Do the best. Do things that you're supposed to, so that you can be able to survive and make it in society.
Wow.
The same thing, for example, when you are in school. You know, we come from different kinds of backgrounds.
Mhm.
You can come from a rich family. I come from a poor family. At the end of the day, you know, I who comes from a poor family, I must put a lot of energy
Mhm.
to make to succeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Because for people who are from rich families, they already have money.
Mhm. They don't have to struggle for nothing.
Yeah, they don't have to struggle. But for you, if you are from a poor family, so you see, this life no balance. So at the end of the day, wherever there is a situation,
Mhm.
you must
Push harder.
rise up, push harder, and make it. And if you see people who have made it in this life,
Mhm.
they pushed harder in everything.
Wow.
We have Bob Marley, we have Lucky Dube, we have people like Nelson Mandela. People pushed hard to get where they are.
So true.
Yeah.